All right, then everyone's here. Everyone's
Let's
loaded into the
go.
game.
Let's go.
All right, I started my recording. So with that, let us recap for Gru what happened last week.
We
We fought some
found
gargoyles.
Aster played a mini game inside a maze.
Aster did not fight gargoyles.
It was scattered minotaurs.
The gargoyles were the week before.
Oh yeah.
It was a
You fought,
singular gargoyle.
yep, and you fought this thing.
We did not open this chest.
Mm-hmm.
Aster has 3 days of treasure sense, and the treasure sense doesn't sense any treasure in it.
Correct.
So we're just gonna not touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The party also found an artifact.
Oh yes,
Mm-hmm.
we found the belly button of the moon,
The what?
the navel of the moon.
Yeah.
Uh, Not even gonna ask any questions about that.
Oh, well, it's an item that someone should probably use. So, once per day as an action, you may teleport to within 100 feet of the person who cares for you most, no matter what plane they are currently on. That'll probably get you killed. Once per day, you may cast Contact Other Plane to consult with your ancestors.
Mm,
Alternatively, you can ask your ancestor to enter one of your items, making it magical. The item can become a +1 magical armor, weapon, or gain a minor magical property. While the spirit imbues the item this way, you may not cast Contact Other Plane with the belly button of the moon.
Yep. Mostly because you can just talk to your ancestor as your armor weapon.
Imagine how depressing it would be if you tried to use the teleport to the person who cares about you, the most feature, and it doesn't work.
Or you could teleport to the death room.
You'd probably get teleported to the death room. Well, the thing is if you're in it would be terrible if you were engaged to somebody and you teleported to the person who cares about you most and it was not the person you were engaged to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
You wind up with your mom's making cookies. Honey, you're home.
That's not the worst thing to
I
happen.
mean, that is not the worst outcome in that situation.
Yeah.
or
No.
or or
Oh, it says no matter what plane they're currently on.
Yeah.
Oh, honey, there you are. You're now on one of the planes of death.
or you use the teleport feature and it's your boss and it's like, oh great, you came in, we needed you to cover a shift.
I did suggest it might teleport one of us to Azarak if he's been watching us, because he might be very caring about us not destroying his whatever.
I think that's a different type of caring, but I was about to suggest if you use it and not just going to a Starbucks and it was just one of the baristas there.
Why
When
would
you
the
need a
barista care?
critical hit of
Mm.
caffeine.
You give good tips.
Yeah.
Mm,
Can't die. I need you to keep tipping me.
It's the
Mm-hmm.
only way I make money.
you're the only one who gets my name correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay, anyway, that particular discussion on who cares the most aside, uh, I do
Well,
believe it the gem itself is currently with Gray.
mhm.
Mm.
Mm,
But no one has decided to use it yet.
Nope.
great, great. Try not to swallow that.
If no one uses it like within the next day, Aster will make their armor even more magical. But Kiwi is willing to let someone else take it first if they want it.
Well, for the moment, enhancing sword makes sense. Gray becomes that monkey that's trying to figure out how to put a block through a hole that's the wrong shape, and just stands there tapping the handle of the long sword on the gem.
Okay, hopefully it doesn't piss Gray off enough that he hulks out.
I mean, Lestrano would just go over and help.
You,
Yeah.
you need to ask your ancestor.
Yeah, is there a particular ancestor that you're trying to contact for this?
A dragon,
Put Rashi in the weapon.
Rashi's not ancestor.
a great
Emo-
ancient dragon,
emotional ancestor.
That's
Well,
not how that's how this works.
well, kobolds are descended from dragons, and all dragons are
Rashi and
descended.
Ash is a cousin.
Yes.
And all dragons are descended from either Tiamat or Bahamut.
So
Put
so it's
Bahamut in the sword.
so it's my ancestor's great grandchild that I'm putting in the sword.
Okay.
Rashi
So
becomes sword.
alright, so consider your longsword, correct?
Yes.
Okay, we'll consider your longsword is now considered to be a +1. Because this is a human item, uh, we'll just take it that the party had a short rest. Oh, this probably during the short. This was all part of the short rest actually. Yeah, so there is no issues here. Yeah. All right.
just for the purpose of determining the bonus you get from your ancestor inhabiting the gem, the navel. Does it matter like how strong your ancestor was?
No.
No.
No. Well, it gets to be a +1. I think
Mhm.
the minor magical property is if it's already a +1.
Mm,
Okay. I mean it's a bit questionable, but the first two abilities were the greatest gifts of the artifact itself. All right then. Oh, we should also let Gru know the purple rectangle is an acid pit.
it's acid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And if you'd
Or
like
eat it over.
to try changing your god, touch the robe that Aster is wearing. We don't know what the god does yet.
Mhm.
Okay, so to cross this river, the river of acid, we need like baking soda.
Or you can just jump it.
Or a strength score of 11.
Or you ask our friendly Minotaur to throw you over it.
Oh yeah, that's what we did with you last time. And then we step over the chest that is probably a trap.
Hmm.
I could check for traps.
You did.
You did.
You didn't find any.
Yeah. I rolled
But
very poorly on that check.
but at the same time, Aster's treasure sense isn't going off, so
Hmm.
It's
Ah,
not treasure, so it's not treasure, so it's
you
not
know
worth
for sure.
dealing with.
Mm,
it didn't bite us.
Hmm. Like you physically checked the chest.
It didn't
So you already touched
explode.
it. It was a mimic, it would have already bitten you, but it's not.
I'm concerned that that's how you check for mimics.
That's how my sister's party checks for mimics. They just touch everything and figure out which one's the mimic.
Constitution based trap detection.
Mm-hmm.
Constitution-based trap detection.
Yeah.
In Kiwi's campaign, be useful using the toilets in unfamiliar locations.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Fair
familiar
enough.
locations.
Okay. So Roy is being thrown over the gap by Zal.
Ah,
It's not a throw. It's more like a toss. It's a little bit of a lob. There's a trajectory involved.
the- I think that's just splitting hairs. I'm still being flung bodily over a decent distance.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You know, this is still something you would pay somebody at the state fair to do.
My
Mhm.
halfling rogue feels sympathy for you.
How many gods have we found now?
I think 7 in total.
Okay, 2 left.
I could do. Let me do a quick check.
So do you think we could get the Minotaur to do a fastball special using using Gray?
I don't want to kill Gray. He's a very old man.
Yeah, Gray is old.
Oh yeah, Gray didn't pass the listen to the evil clock check and aged another, what was it, 10 years?
Not 10 years.
Back in my day, whippersnappers didn't talk behind their elders' back like this so much.
I'm standing right next to you.
Well, I can't see you. You're too tall. Back in my
So
day,
Gray is like
kids weren't so freaking tall.
Okay, yeah, sorry, it wasn't 7, it was 8.
so Gray is like
So we have one left.
Mm-hmm.
Gray's
Aster,
103 or so.
Aster suggests that after we find the ninth god, that we just hightail it to the bottom of this place, since we've been going down, and that's probably where whatever we're looking for is.
mm,
Okay. So, okay, okay. Uh, with that, uh, where will the party like to go next?
Well, there's another door right here, isn't there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember your description of it from before. If you could.
Oh, no worries, it's fine. So looking at the end of the hallway, there is there's definitely a stone door, but there is no handles or hinges that you can observe. Uh, on jutting out from either side of the wall, there is two bronze sculptures that both resemble a serpent with their fangs bared. And written above the door is a message that says, "Warm like fire, cold for the cruel, still for the dead, gruel for the ghoul."
two to one odds that that's a trap.
It sounds like it's probably a puzzle, but I don't get it.
Huh.
Hmm.
So the things here are what you call bronze
Snakes.
carvings of snakes, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is there a way to examine them? Is there a possible way for me to examine them without setting off the trap?
We don't know that there's a trap yet. You have to check for traps.
Is there a way to examine them without setting off whatever trap they are?
Well,
Okay,
if
you
you
know
get
what? Fine.
closer and give me a perception, we can
Okay,
talk
I
about
will
that.
check for traps.
All right.
Why did I
So,
have advantage on that?
because you were doing very well with your stealth checks last week. Okay. So with a 22, uh, so looking around the bronze sculptures, you do not see anything that feels like it's uh some sort of activation device. But what
Hmm.
you do notice, looking closely at the sculptures, is that the the serpents themselves, their mouths appears to be hollow and go deeper into the sculpture, implying that the serpent itself is hollow.
Hmm.
At the same time, with that high of a perception, you smell old blood coming from the sculpture, from inside the sculpture.
Okay, so it is definitely a trap and might have something to do with blood. Hmm. Is this one of those traps where it's where like is there a way I can tell if this is one of those traps where attempting to disable it is what sets it off?
With that high of a perception check, you can't even with that high of a perception check, you don't think there's a trap for you to disarm.
Hmm.
There's a puzzle for us to solve. That doesn't make it a trap.
Maybe you need to bring 4 gifts.
Warm like flame, cold for the cool, slow for the dead, cool for the ghoul. Ah, the ghoul and the dead is what concerns me. Hello?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I thought I got
Maybe
disconnected.
Kiwi lost internet.
Kiwi did. I think Kiwi lost internet.
Kiwi seems to have disappeared.
Mm. Power probably lost power again, I guess.
Darn
Give it a
power
minute
things.
to see what they say.
Yeah, but we can make use of this opportunity to continue thinking about this, how to open this door.
Hmm. The warm like flame is easy. I think is the easy part. We just need. Wait. Hang on. Warm like flame, cold for the cruel, still for the dead, cruel for the ghoul. I can't help but thinking that this is like a living person has to step through because it's asking for maybe. Oh, how do we figure this out?
I mean, there's lots
Wife
of
Bruce,
ways we could try. I think we'd be better off leaving it until we have a better idea, or there's no other options.
Wife Bruce giving me a judgmental look.
Does Wife Crew know the answer?
No, she. I don't think she knows the answer to the puzzle. To this puzzle. Hi, Kiwi.
Hi.
Darn storms.
Mm-hmm.
Not actually in the storm that time. I had like a memory leak or something. Windows wasn't responding correctly.
Oof.
Ah,
I restarted my computer. It's probably fine now.
okay.
Mm, okay then.
Mm-hmm.
Strong feelings on the puzzle, or leave it until we.
The last thing I heard was when that Gru rolled a 22.
So, uh, rolling. So, during Roy's perception check, uh, did not find or identify any form of activation devices that might be considered trap-like, but did notice that the sculptures were hollow and they kind of turned down, and it also had a smell of old blood.
I think it's all about blood because blood is warm like flame.
Mhm.
The blood of a cruel person is said to be cold.
Dead
It's
people don't.
still in a dead body, and it is food for ghouls.
Okay.
And I did smell blood, old blood on the inside of the trap
I
thing, of
don't
the thing.
I don't feel like cutting my hand open again, so I'm fine with going and looking through the other hallway that we skipped.
Mm.
Yeah. Plus, if something bites us later, we can come back while we're still bleeding.
Fair
I
enough.
don't think that's how it works.
Then how would it work, Roy?
That's how
I mean,
bleeding works.
we have serpents with outstretched fangs,
Yep.
and that's where the smell of blood is coming from.
Well, I mean, all we need to do is get a vial full of blood the next time we get hurt, and just pour the blood down the serpent's mouths.
Well, let's go see if there's other doors first
Mhm.
that don't involve blood.
So there's the secret. Well, it's not secret. There's a door down this hallway that
Mhm.
we've left, but there's also a passage right here next to another one of those creepy faces.
Yeah.
I I say we go check out the creepy face.
Our dead guy SR sure cares a lot about blood.
He's
I
a
thi-
lich. He hasn't had any for a while.
I think it's one of those situations where when you don't have a thing, you start to covet it more.
Okay, so as you enter the passageway, you stare down the corridor. Once again, is you still see the stone mask, and there appears to be a turn-off point towards the south.
What's the
Roy.
betting that sticking your hand in the stone mask is a bad idea?
I mean, you're not even there to take a look. I'm just giving you what you see visually down.
As someone who knows about the thing in Tomb of Horrors where you stick your hand into something and then your hand is gone, I'm not sticking my hand into it.
I am not sticking my hand into that.
I'm not sticking my hand in anything.
All right, but what standing at the entrance of this tunnel, of this hallway, what is the party planning to do?
Check for traps, points at Roy.
All right,
Okay. Trap sense, go!
give me a perception.
Does Aster
Uh,
sense any treasure within 30 feet of them
uh,
that isn't in the bags?
uh, you sense large amounts of precious metals behind you, underneath the
Oh,
gargoyle.
oh, that makes sense. The vending machines.
Yeah, we dumped coins in them.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you sense all that.
Okay.
Is there anything particular about treasure sense that I can give you more information about? Give me a moment.
I think it just
It's one of those things that I don't usually think about. Location, scent. Oh yeah, so you just so it's scent based, so you just smell it. Okay. I was just wondering if you can get the quantity. That's all. Okay, but so what? Okay, Roy rolled a 17. Okay, so looking in down the hallway, there is no traps.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Shall we go check out the hallway? Maybe the offshoot?
can Aster see anything inside of the mouth?
Okay. So first of all, there's when you look towards the stone mask, is we can what you see is probably just a stone mask. There is nothing there that's uh the usual devil tall great devil face, but there is nothing inside. Sorry, there's nothing, no dark, so-called darkness inside this mouth. Oh, sorry, you won't be able to tell. Lastrana will be able to see there's no darkness. Esther will just look through the thing because devil sign.
Yeah, so there's no like
No,
magical super darkness in there either, though.
yeah, there's no magic. Yeah. Uh, the only okay. What is Esther's passive perception?
Not great,
Just
like 11 or something.
okay, then it's fine. This thing's not very good at hiding anyway. There's a lizard hiding with heavy inverted commas inside the mouth of the
Li-
devil face.
lizard. Is it a cute lizard?
Hmm.
Lizard wants some jerky?
No, not again.
It the lizard pokes its head out of the mouth and appears to be mumbling something towards Lastrana. It's not hissing or a typical bestial sound. It almost sounds like a language, but you don't understand it.
Hmm. I'm sorry, I don't understand, lizard.
It
I'm sure
continues
you're.
making
Go
a
ahead.
almost guttural croak.
Mm.
I'm sure
What
you're probably telling me something very important. Sadly, I don't understand.
what languages would a lizard speak? Well, it could be
Yeah, a
Draconic.
petting on your back. Do you want to know?
Uh-huh.
You get tongues.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi. Could you tell your friend I like the jerky?
He would like the jerky.
Hand jerky to lizard.
The lizard eats it.
So how'd you wind up here?
I was running away. My former companion and his friends got a bit too deep and we had to run. They did they did not make it. I think one of them fell down the hole and I've been hiding here ever since.
Mm. We have encountered a few dead bodies along our way.
Hmm.
And there was that time lapse of the dwarf getting eaten by locusts.
Ah, that was one of my companion's friends.
Mm.
He was wearing a strange yellow yellow turban, wasn't he? Yellow hat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so was your friend the last of them?
No, my friend died at a different location, but I do know the last of their group fell down the hole.
Mm. Did you guys happen to explore the room? Now that Aster has seen the two doors, I assume there's a room here.
No, they shouted a lot outside the door, but nothing happened.
Mm. Well, we are also trying to, not die in this horrible place. We have lost one of our companions here, and one had a run-in with some baby dinosaurs in the jungle.
Technically 3, because you got better.
Bastard is not thinking about that.
Mhm.
Well, you are welcome to come with us if you want a chance of getting out of this place. If not, you can stay in the skull face. But I don't think this is a very safe place for anyone to stay for too long.
So long as you don't send me down a hallway first, I think I'll be happy to go with you.
Oh no, we have a trap detector. Points at Roy.
Ah, he's much larger.
Mm-hmm. He's very good at his job.
He's very good. And I'm here going, more jerky?
Yeah, the lizard comes out.
Does the lizard have a name?
My friend never gave me one.
Hmm. Well, if no one else has any suggestions, I'm gonna name him after. This is Kiwi talking. The lizard from Tangled. The
I never
chameleon.
watched it, so you can go ahead with it.
His name is Pascal.
Ah,
That's fine
that's
with
good.
me.
That's a good name.
The horse?
No, the chameleon.
Oh,
Yeah,
who's the horse?
I can't remember what the horse's name was, but this lizard is now named Pascal.
Uh, since it's close enough, Lestrana, would you like to give me a Arcana check?
Maximus, apparently.
It's not high, I just need a 13. Oh, 8. Okay, so that's alright. So as Pascal is getting closer to you, you have a thought about the strange intelligence coming from this lizard, and you have an inkling of what might happen, that this lizard might have been under the influence of an awakened spell.
Hmm.
And the language that is speaking because of it is Druidic.
But we don't have any of those.
No, but Pascal will attach itself to Lastrana, so Lastrana has like a bunch of hanging ons right now. Okay. All right. So where now?
Astra will pull out their map they've been working on and suggest that there is probably a room here of some sort that looks like it has an entrance from here and here. Um,
It's not important, but I just like to add in just a bit of flavor. So Esther has been continuously drawing the map after they left and continued down to this floor, correct?
mhm.
Using an ink bottle that has been molded by a beholder, correct?
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah. So it's not much, but you know, sometimes when you draw with ink, when you turn a corner or you start, there's always a bit of a blot of the ink.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
One of them blinks at you. That's all.
One of the dots blinks at you.
One of the dots blinks at you.
I think the map might be a baby beholder.
Not at that stage yet, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
like what's below, like 3, 4, or 5 levels below normal beholder. Yeah,
I'd have to look, but
yeah, I know,
so,
but basically it's like a
so this is a Kiwi idea, not an Astra idea.
okay.
So Kiwi knows that the murder room is right here. So Astra is gonna suggest, well, Kiwi's gonna suggest that someone come up with a reason to search for like hidden doors along this wall and this wall.
Mm-hmm.
I
I was
mean,
just waiting for Roy to move before I give any information because Roy has been in the main
Oh,
chamber the entire time.
yoink.
well,
Okay.
I will point out that I also have the Dungeon Delver feat.
Oh yeah,
I know,
shouldn't you?
I know.
Okay. Yeah, Kiwi knows that the murder room is here, so there might be like a way into it.
Okay. So instead of looking for traps, I will look for the murder room.
No, you roll a high enough perception. I was just waiting for you to move.
Do I find the murder room?
No. But you do notice a secret door exactly where Lastrana and Esther is standing.
Oh, how convenient.
Yeah.
Okay. I look for I look for a way to open the secret door that is conveniently there and is almost certainly not going to backfire horribly.
Alright. So you step in front of the secret door. You are just looking, correct?
Yeah,
So eyeballing it, you do not notice any way to open it.
I give it I give it a push.
It opens.
Hey,
You just push the wall.
So it pushed and and the door lowers down. So looking in, it is a small chamber, 4 by 4, 10 feet by 10 feet. Uh, let me give a proper description. And as it opens, you feel heavy heat push against you.
wow, it's warm here.
Yeah, it's not warm, it's hot. Yeah,
That's
and
I
a,
mean,
is that kind of like opening oven hot?
yeah,
I'm not
I
going in
mean,
there.
no, sorry,
we've been
not
in the
oven.
jungle for
For Lestrana, will be closer. This is like opening a forge hot.
Whoa! Backs up.
Yeah, it's maybe I should be more. It's a heat heavy enough. The moment it impacts you, if you instinctively step back.
I've been around enough forges.
Sorry.
Oh,
Okay. So hold on. Let me just finish this part. And staring in to this room, you see the walls. They are scribed with carvings showing volcanoes setting cities on fire. And with Roy's, I'm just gonna continue using Roy's perception. Looking into this room, you notice a few more things. First of all, there appears to be numerous small holes. We'll call them probably like half an inch in diameter. But there's numerous small holes in the floor. And looking at, you also see in the ceiling that's 10 feet high. At the same time, directly in front of you appears to be a human skeleton that has been embedded into the wall. And in its skeletal hand is holding onto a iron scone with a burning red candle in it.
Hmm.
Sorry, I think Kiwi, you wanted to just, mention something while I was describing the insides?
Oh, you described it. I was asking about the candle.
Ah, right. Okay, okay. I have everything in point form. I'm just going step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll say at this has changed when the heat came out. Pascal immediately jumped off the Strana and climbed out the roof. It's too hot for him.
I don't blame you. I wish I could get up there.
It's within an hour, so you just hear a bit of a hissing. But for Esther, it'll be more of, well, you can always try. Who knows? Maybe you should start climbing.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's another possible place for the party to go to.
So Kiwi was looking over the warning for this level, and there is a thing that says death to fire, dine or drown, precious air, and falling sand. So death to fire might be put the candle out. But it's also very hot in there.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have fire resistance?
I do not.
Not me.
Oh, idea. Aster tries to use Mage Hand to like smother the candle.
Okay. So you call out your mage hand. As you enter, as the mage hand crosses the boundary of the room, it disappears.
Anti-magic field. So if we want to put the candle out, we gotta actually go in to do it.
As a test, Gray pulls out the bow that's slightly larger than them, rests it on Lestrana's shoulder for support, and then fires an arrow at the candle.
Okay.
Attack roll?
No, it's fine. I'll say it's easy for you, enough for you to do it.
It's not.
Okay, I'm saying this is a. If you can roll at disadvantage. I just need a 8 from you.
Wow.
Okay.
I actually broke an 8.
Okay.
Thank you, you've got a good shoulder, Lestrana.
You're welcome.
I mean, the bow is like a foot and a half taller than Gray. Minimum.
Alright. So you shoot an arrow towards the candle. What's the intention here?
To try to snuff out the wick of the candle.
Alright. Okay. So you put out the wick. Nothing happens. Yeah, nothing happens. It just puts it out. But the heat is still coming from the room.
Hmm.
Is this another room the party would like to put on hold for now?
Hmm.
Silver appears to be thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking, but my brain is slow.
Two puzzle doors.
Two puzzle doors, and I have no ideas.
Two puzzle doors, and I've already rubbed my one brain cell together with itself, and it's not doing much but screaming. At least it'll make a really good sci-fi horror book.
My brain is making the dial-up sound.
Come back to this later.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Okay, so we put a pin in this for now.
Yeah. We can put another pin into this.
Gray picks up chameleon friend if it's on the ground still.
Oh, it's on the wall.
The wall.
Puts it on his head between his horns, and steps around the corner to see what the others were looking at earlier.
Okay.
Oh, it's a door.
Yeah. So it's a small narrow passageway that heads up the stairs, and much like the other door that Esther saw previously, as well as Roy, because Roy took a look, there appears to be once again there's a stone slab at the end of the and it's painted with a humanoid wearing a cloak, a mask of stars for the face, and is raising his left hand with his palm extended, facing facing outwards. All right, and for using the same passive perception from Roy, this is probably the last one I'll let the 18 stay. Sorry, 17 stay. This passageway does not to be trapped.
Isn't this a trap?
There's no trap
There's no trap. Okay,
that you
it's
can
safe.
tell. Yeah.
Oh, I hate those ones.
No, it's just me being careful about my language.
Okay. I step in. I step into the hallway. Room.
You're fine.
Okay. It's okay. I take another step in.
You'll be fine until you reach the door. It's fine.
I can't see. I don't have sight in this.
Yeah, you kind of need Esther to be there. Yeah.
Esther's holding up the sword.
Yep.
I mean, I think Roy has the not hot continual flame.
Oh yeah, we gave him the torch of continual flame.
Yes, we gave him torch of continual flame.
Hence the lantern got destroyed.
Okay. Okay, so I presume I have to actually roll perception on this door. Check
If
for
you want to check
traps.
out this door, go ahead.
I'm checking out the door.
Give me a perception. All right. So examining the door carefully, first of all, the question you want to know first would be there are no traps on this door.
Okay.
At the same time, you realize that the what's the word here? The workmanship is incredible. There is no the fit between the door and the frame is airtight. Yeah.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Uh,
Door
the
frame. What?
the there is no the door and the door frame is completely airtight. Like
Okay.
with what you have experienced so far, usually when you go past the door with your sensors, you can kind of tell whether there's a bit of airflow or movement coming from behind the door. There's none here.
Mm,
Okay. Where are the rest of you standing when Roy is checking the door?
At the base of the stairs, holding up my sword.
All right. Okay.
Able
So,
to see up the stairs to shoot if needed.
all right. So I'll just say that Zal and Lucano is watching your rear. Azaka is probably just behind Esther. All right. What's the plan?
Kiwi totally zoned out on the description of the door.
Oh, so the door, the painting on the door is showing an image of a man, of a humanoid, wearing a hooded cloak, and underneath the hood, where it's supposed to be, where its face is, you see a mask of stars. And this painting, the figure in the painting is holding up their left hand with their palm extended outwards.
Try holding your hand up to the door.
I hold my hand up to the door.
Which hand?
Uh, the right hand?
Nothing happens.
Roy breathes a heavy sigh of relief.
Try the other one.
Why don't you? Yes. Why don't you try your hand?
Fine. Esther walks up and puts their left hand up while
Okay,
making sure Roy's standing right there.
so you raise your left hand, essentially mimicking the figure's position. The
Uh-huh.
door opens.
The door opened. I'm not going in. What can I
Uh-huh.
see though?
So immediately in front of you, there's a 5-foot gap, followed by
Two like
a
hallways?
wall and 2 walkways at the side.
Mm. Well, the door's open, but I don't know about going inside.
I checked for traps.
I feel like the way the door opened, I feel like once we go inside, it's gonna close on us or something.
Ah, in that case, I use my the immovable rod trick again.
How?
I hold the rod up to where the door is to keep, and then I activate it so that the door will have to push against the rod to close.
Oh yeah,
You had a spare one?
we didn't lose one.
Oh,
No, Withers returned yours. Withers came back before the Beholder fight and returned you
immovable
the
rod.
immovable rod as a favor on behalf of Orvex. Not a
We
favor, sorry. What's the word here? A boon for
we
Orvex.
we traded our Orvec to keep our movable rod.
Hmm.
Okay, so yeah, we have the immovable rod at least.
What a great item for expediting puzzles.
Um,
Okay, I rolled a 21 perception to check the room for traps.
From your position, you do not notice anything.
Okay, safe for now. I enter the room.
How about the rest of the party, besides Esther and Roy, who are currently at the entrance?
Aster waits to see if the door is going to try to close, even if the immovable rod is keeping it.
Oh,
Well-
nothing's happening.
Lestrana is moving up because we enter a door. I'm not going to have a line of sight on anything.
Mm-hmm. Plus,
So
there's also an
I'm gonna
entire
be-
stone wall in front after the door.
Yeah, so moving up behind.
Okay, Aster will move in so we can get a good look at what the fuck's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Gray will go to the opposite side.
All right.
I see some sort of pedestal.
So on top of this pedestal, you notice what appears to be a gold crown with a large black opal embedded into the crown, resting on top of this pedestal. Esther, you feel a very, very strong compulsion. You must procure this crown with the opal jewel and deliver it to your friend and master, Ras Nasir.
I did promise him, even if I don't remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the thing we promised to bring back to Ross and see. So it's probably trapped or something. So Aster suggests backing up and seeing, like, maybe trying to lift it with Mage Hand or something. And seeing if it sets a trap off or something.
How heavy can Mage Hand lift again? Just
Like-
check.
10 pounds?
I want to say 5, but it could be 10.
I think it's 10.
I always get the two mixed up. 10 pounds.
Yeah, 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Yep, 10 pounds is definitely enough to lift the crown.
I will mage hand.
No, Esther's doing it already. Esther has a what's the word? What was the word just now?
Compulsion.
Yeah, thank you. Has the compulsion that they will be the one that has to do it.
I mean, I
So-
did promise.
Yep, and Meishan, correct?
Yep.
There are two immediate grinding sounds as the doors behind you shut.
Does it close past the...
Yep.
Okay,
It pushes the evil rod into the ground.
that's a lot of pressure.
Wow.
This is not the
Okay,
first time this happened.
yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Aster puts the crown immediately in the bag of holding, and then is like, take up defensive positions. 'Cause
Okay.
we're probably gonna get attacked.
Yeah, so I'd like everyone to give me initiative.
Aw.
But I don't want to get into initiative.
I don't think we have a choice.
No.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Do you want an initiative?
Apparently, I really don't want to be in initiative.
Pascal, if you want to hide in the bag of holding, you can stay in there for 10 minutes without dying.
It doesn't understand.
I still have tongues. Tongues last an hour.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I think Pascal with an intelligence of 10 would have chosen to not enter the room with you.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
Okay. Give me a
Where's
second.
my initiative?
My guys move on 17. Okay. Very well. First things first. Starting from the top with Roy. What are you doing?
Yo. I can't see shit, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you let's
Too
see.
many corners for Roy.
he has the torch.
No,
We
correct.
gave-
That's too
But you
many
can't see
corners.
around the corners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm just gonna give Roy a bit of lighting. So, all right, Roy. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the lighting settings for Roy. But if Roy is holding a torch, how is Roy using the bow?
It's since it's continual flame, he can actually put it on his belt without burning himself.
I thought you still need a container. That's why we were discussing the lantern thing.
I'm gonna tie it to the one of the shoulder straps on my armor.
It is still. Oh, it creates no heat. Okay.
Yep, it
doesn't
creates
use
no
ox-
heat. It doesn't need oxygen. Continual flame is great.
Okay, so Roy tucks it into like a pocket, a pocket somewhere.
Mhm.
Okay, but I still can't see shit.
Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Please hold.
God is working on the vision problem.
No, no, I thought the lighting was already done. In that case, okay, I see Lustrana. And what is this?
Probably whatever's going to
Zaka
kill us.
and Lucano, your new friend.
Okay, so that's one of ours.
Lucano, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a step here. Hopefully, I can see what. Okay, no, that's just gray.
Mm-hmm.
I take 2 more steps here, and that's Aster. And I see Aster now.
Yep.
Art. Okay, you know what? I'm ready to shoot the first enemy that I see. The first thing that I see that's hostile to me.
Okay. So that will be your turn.
Yes.
Lucano will take up a defensive position in this corridor, holding her action to hit something that approaches. Azaka will do the same but will move 1 step towards the left, covering Lustrana. And also do the same thing, holding that position. My guys move on a 17.
You know, the way that this area is shaped, I feel like we're the ghosts and we're about to get Pac-Man.
Chomp, chomp,
Okay.
chomp, chomp,
Waka
chomp.
waka waka.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So for I think Lestrana might be able to see it, maybe Esther. You see a very deformed figure coming down the corridor. His face a melting mess.
Would Aster recognize this from the book?
I do believe it is in the book, I think.
And Aster also
I-
can't be surprised if that helps at all.
It's not a surprise, it's just walking out.
Okay.
It's not, what's the word here? It's not making any effort to hide itself.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is a Bodak.
Oh, I think Kiwi might know what that is too.
So it stops there, and it's going to gonna stare at Lacuna. So Lacuna needs to make a saving throw. Once I'm done, I'll add them into initiative order.
Okay. Can Aster use their reaction to shout something?
Just let me finish my turn. Is it okay?
Yeah.
What did I say? Lacuna. Con save. She passes. Alright. The other one is coming from behind. And is going to use its ability on Esther. Can Esther give me a con save?
Wouldn't Aster be looking in this direction?
Oh no, this one doesn't care who's looking at it. It can see.
Okay.
So it's looking, it sees you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need a con save.
Yep, 1 second. Please don't suck.
Okay,
Okay.
you're fine. Oh, sorry. It's still half damage.
Is it necrotic?
Yep, so it's
So-
half-halved.
Okay, so
So 19, half 10, half 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
So, oh, I forgot to select the token when I wrote initiative.
okay, that's not the thing that Kiwi knew about. Kiwi knows about the other thing.
Okay. Okay. Those were the 2 bow decks. Now we will move on to Gray. Gray is hiding in a corner, so nothing happens.
I
Right
was
now.
gonna say, did Roy see something?
Roy, I'll say from the angles, felt movement but didn't see anything. There was a few corners involved.
Yeah, I just figured I'd check first in case it got missed.
Yeah.
Did anyone cry out or call out or anything?
I asked
Yeah,
Joe
I
to
think at
skip
this point,
over.
Azaka, Lucano, and Esther probably said we have intruders, enemy, something like that.
Astra
I
would have
don't
said, "Look." Astra would have said, "Look at your feet," since they read the book.
Gray looks confused but looks at their feet. Step. I think I see something.
Looking at your feet.
Looking at my feet, but also kind of, like head down, looking forward kind of thing. I think I see something in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And then steps forward 10, 15, 20, and with one hand tosses out the dancing scimitar.
It'll be a disadvantage since you're not looking.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a specific ability.
I get what
that-
you mean now, yes.
That still hits. Roll damage.
And then adjusts grip on Rashi and attacks.
Sure. That would be a miss. That would be a hit. Roll damage on a second attack. Did you remember the +1 inside out of curiosity?
Yep.
Okay, you did. Alright. 9 slashing.
9 magical slashing.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. Gray will... what's the rule for squeezing through?
I think we discussed it before. It's just difficult terrain.
Okay. Gray will squeeze through.
Okay.
Did you
Is
add
that your
that sword icon? Yes, that's my turn.
Okay. So no, I was a bit busy. I didn't add the
It's okay.
icon, so-
Not
yeah.
critical.
Okay. So as you end your turn near the bow deck, you feel this negative energy upon yourself. Please take 5 necrotic damage.
Is that the same kind of 5 necrotic damage, or is it just 5 damage?
Just 5 necrotic damage.
Well, the only other time I've taken necrotic, it was permanent HP loss.
Oh no, this one. No, not for this.
Okay, that's why I
This
was
is just
asking.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Okay. Okay. Moving on to Lestrana.
Well, Estrana will heed Esther's advice and look at her feet.
Mm-hmm.
Um. I don't have a clear line on any of them.
Especially not since you're not even looking in that general direction.
Yeah. Um. Hmm. Fairy fire really isn't going to help.
I mean, it would theoretically help negate the disadvantage for not looking at them. Or one of them, because the two are fairly far apart.
Yeah, they're fairly far apart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try throwing fairy fire in the general direction of this one.
Does Fairy Fire need you to see a point, or it's just each object within the area within range? It doesn't set a point. Okay.
It says a point.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's say assuming you are trying to avoid Lakano and Hazaka. Yeah, you can avoid. You can put it such that you avoid Azaka and Lucano. What
I
cost
will.
you?
It's like I will throw it and
It fails.
that's my turn.
So this one is currently fairy fired. Okay. So that's your turn.
That's my turn.
So now it's Esther's turn.
Aster is going to move while looking at their feet, 5, 10, 15.
Yep,
And
and you shoulder check the bow deck.
can I move past it
It's
for 10 feet of movement?
yeah, sure.
Yeah. And I'm apologizing to Gray and using my robe of scintillating colors. So the Bodak and Gray need to make a DC 15 Wisdom save.
Could you just paste the ability? I know
Yeah.
it's a stun, but could you just paste the ability for everyone?
Yeah.
Anyone who can see the light has to make this save, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so for Gray, I'll say because you're looking at feet, you can make this save at advantage. How about that?
Yeah, makes sense.
And the Bodak, I'll say the Bodak was following Esther's movement, so Bodak has to make the save normally. Okay, so wisdom saving throw. If it rolls a natural one and fails, so what happens?
It's stunned until the end of Aster's next turn.
It doesn't say until the end of the next turn. It says until the effect ends.
The effect ends
until
on
the
the
end
end.
of your next
True.
the disco cloth goes until the end of next turn. So
Yeah, so until the end of Aster's next turn, this one is stunned.
alright. So that's stunned.
I don't have a bonus action.
Okay. So we'll move on to Roy. Roy, it's now your turn.
You saw a bright
So-
flash from down the hallway.
Oh, sorry, Esther, could you take 5 necrotic damage since you're ending there? So
Two
half
necro-
this round.
2 or 3.
Half round down, minimum 1 is usually my go-to.
I
So
take a
2.
few steps here. Oh, that looks like trouble.
Are you looking at down or not looking down?
We were warned to look away, right? To look
We
down.
were learned to look at our feet.
I'm very interested in my shoes. I should put mirrors there someday.
Maybe you shouldn't.
It's
And I do the cool guy looking away while firing my bow thing.
if
Yeah,
you
which
find
one?
the one to the south is stunned, so it would be neutral.
So it's the one in the north had fairy fire, which is why there's no difference. So which one would I shoot?
Go in the south so I can look at it and get my attack of opportunity.
If you look at it,
Not
something
attack
will
of
happen.
opportunity. Oh,
Are you sure you're looking at it?
no, I'm not looking at it.
Then,
You could-
then please shoot
like-
normally.
You'll still get sneak attack. You have 2 allies flanking it.
Okay then. I sneak attack it
Alright.
with my bow.
That hits.
11 damage? 22 damage. 11
22
damage.
plus your, I assume plus your sneak attack. Alright, 22 damage.
Yes.
Anything else?
I use my I step back because I haven't used all of my, so I don't have to keep staring at my shoes.
Okay.
There. And that's my turn.
Alright, so now we move to Lucano. Tongues was on, so Lucano does understand this. So she will, but Lucano will take a step forward and attempt to hit the bow attack. So attacking at neutral. 1, 2, 3. All 3 are
What's the
hits.
switch?
Wow.
18 plus. Okay, I need a calculator again. Give me a second.
I'm glad she's on our team.
I have
Same.
It
For
reached
5
a
more
point where
minutes.
I can't do math. Max plus 24 plus 23. Jesus, the thing dies. Yep, it's down. This was a mistake.
I mean, considering the other one is stunned, you just want to say that it dies before the next turn.
Who knows, right? Okay, so that thing goes down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Azaka will just step out and shoot it with a short bow, which I didn't have a chance to use. 2 attacks with a longbow. 15. Bodak is stunned.
Does it have any bonus actions? It's the only thing you can do during stunned.
Oh no, its bonus action doesn't apply here.
Okay.
The bonus action was the 5 damage that you guys were taking.
Okay. Yeah, because you
Yeah.
can still. I found that out the other day. You can still do bonus actions while stunned as long as it doesn't require you to move. Because what?
I don't
what-
think you can. Because, okay, I looked it up because in cap says you can't take actions or reactions, correct? But at the same time, when you can't take an action, you cannot take a bonus action. That's a separate errata that they didn't
Oh, I didn't know about that.
properly add. Yeah. So when they say in cap, it's really completely in cap. Actions, bonus
Okay.
action, reactions, movement, all gone.
Okay.
Anyway, Bodex doesn't do anything. Great. Please kill it.
Gray has heard the word of the god, who may or may not be Bahamut, and attempts to kill.
And bird. Bird is the word.
Wow.
Wow.
It was dead on the first attack.
Rip.
Okay.
Well, the thing is Gray isn't looking, so just keep swinging.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gives me swinging. The Dazzy Scimitar will miss, but the other 2 are hits. Okay. Yep. Alright.
Yeah,
See?
and then
From there
on, and then on Aster's turn, the magic disco rope comes
Yes.
down.
Yep.
2 charges remaining. for it.
Okay.
Can we look now?
You don't look at my robe for like 6 more seconds, but yes.
Good
I
combat,
think
everyone.
it's fine. The rope is it's a fairly quick flash.
Hmm.
Okay.
What now?
I guess we explore the rest of these hallways. They came from this direction?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see another skull face.
Yes, but you may not want to approach that one. So
Dude.
so say that so that okay, maybe you take one step forward so that you can see what I'm about to tell you.
I bet I know what this is.
Yep. So as you look into it, I would say that your is once again a stone face devil mask, and this as once again his mouth is open. But you can for the first time you can see a swirling darkness in the mouth,
It's the thing that killed me before.
and you instinctively seeing this something strikes you, and you are forced to take 10 feet back.
Nope, 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 nope.
Yeah, your what's the term? It's a very guttural instinct to just back the fuck away.
It's about the same reaction Lestrana had to the Ford sheet. The immediate, nope.
Has Lestrana been killed by Ford Sheet before?
Lestrana's probably seen severe burns, which
Yeah, this
can kill.
this is what killed Esther. It's a sphere of annihilation.
So, I mean, there's enough smart people in the room, aka Lestrana, if she comes over to give me a Arcana roll, you'll know it's a Spear of Annihilation. So you know, and please do not put anything inside that you don't want destroyed.
I mean, if we want to try to destroy it, we can always empty everything out of the portable or the bag holding and put it in the bag holding. There's a 50% chance it'll get destroyed. That's Kiwi knowledge, so Lestrana might know that. But there's also a chance it might just destroy the.
Not for this one. The book like to add exceptions for some things.
Acer
Like,
X says no.
You can always feel free to try, and we'll see what happens. Worst case
No,
scenario, we just have a new party.
no thanks.
So I'll say the party probably spends. You're just looking around, correct?
Mhm.
So
We should
the room is
probably take a break.
fairly bare, beyond the pedestal where there was a crown which Esther took, as well as this devil mask with a dark spear in his mouth.
I wonder what happens if you stick something in that dark sphere. Roy wonders aloud.
Don't.
You die.
Speaking of dying, it's 9. We should probably take a break.
Okay, how about this? Just let me give you. I was planning to give you one more detail before we do take a break.
Oh, sure.
So the other thing you'll notice that first of all, there's another door that goes towards the left, which I think you can surmise by now. That's probably the other entrance that you saw.
Mhm.
But on this side of this side of the door, there's another painting. So from the side you came in, it was a person holding up their left hand, waving. On this side, they are holding up their right arm because it ends in a stump. Severed
Wait, it
neatly
ends in a
at the
stump?
elbow. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Alright,
I
so
wonder if... Okay, go.
yeah, so
Sorry.
with that bit of information, let's take a short break and we'll come back to figure this out. See
Mm,
everyone in a bit.
Does anyone know regenerate? It's probably too high level.
I don't even think it's on my list.
Ugh. Someone's getting disarmed, I think.
Disarmed, haha.
Yeah, it's a 7th level spell.
Yeah, I only go up to 5th, so. But even then.
Trying to think if there's any other ways out of this room.
You mean the door that's over here?
They're both locked.
Hmm.
They both have the same thing, I think Snarky said. Once Snarky gets back, I think Lestrange should first cast Identify on the crown. See if there's anything magical about it.
Sense.
And then we have to decide whose arm we're cutting off.
Hmm.
If we can't open the doors any other way.
I'm back.
Oh, well, that's an idea. So
Mhm.
I had suggested Lestrana cast Identify on the crown. See if it's magic at all.
Okay. Is everyone okay? I guess you could always share the information with everyone else.
Yerp.
So the crown identifying it. So you get a sense that the crown's innate, the ability of the magicness of the crown comes mostly from the opal itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel that the crown's innate ability is to absorb magic. So, I mean, that's what identifies Christian, but this is what it does. So, when wearing the crown, you can use your action to cancel a spell cast by a creature you can see and targeting only you. The crown gains charges equal to the level of the spell cancelled.
Ugh.
Yeah?
Aster has the best vision in the group. Aster looks at the robe. You were nice for the one time I accused you. Aster's gonna next short rest. Aster's gonna take off the robe and attune to the crown because that's like what are the charge?
Yes.
What do the charges do?
That's a good question, but first of all, hold on. No, I'm just trying to see makes sense of it, but I think maybe this is a bit rough because the history is a bit off. I'll give me this an opt-in, but for anyone who's interested, they can give me either a history or religion check before you consider putting on this crown. Yeah. The DC for this is 20 because this is very obscure history, as set by the.
Gray apparently knows.
How about Lestrana? Does Lestrana want to give me? Is Lestrana here? Okay.
Mom talked a lot.
Actually, ironically, your mom might actually know about this, even though the history of this particular crown dates back roughly 5 to 10,000 years ago. The time period is a bit unclear. Okay, but anyway, but for Gray and for alright, Silver, sorry, Lestrana is technically not technically. Lastrana is an elf, right?
Half
Half.
elf.
Sorry, I half elf. Okay, sorry. I'm okay. Half elf will mean that the history is a bit less known. Okay, all right. So both are history checks, not religion. Okay, so for both of you, you have heard tales that of a black jewel with a darkness so deep that it seems to absorb light. Kind of reminiscent to what kind of, and that's the kind of sensing you get from this. This jewel is said to be a piece of the god Denda that was bequeathed upon the Yuan-Ti. You do not, you don't really know what's the boon that they receive, that they asked for, but this was the result. And with a 22, also with I'll just say with a collective rolls of that high, for Lestrana, you sense that this jewel, the opal itself, is definitely capable of storing energy, but for what purpose you do not know. I hope that's answered Kiwi's other question about what the charges are for. You do not know.
Mhm.
Yeah. Silly. Just a side question. Are artificers capable of learning legend lore?
If they are, Lestrana won't get to that level of spells up before the end of the campaign.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I have third level spells, and that's the size I'm going to get before the end of the campaign.
It's Bard, Cleric, and Wizard.
Oh, so it's not even on the artificer spell list.
No.
Wait, what level spell is it? I mean, I should have
Fifth.
checked.
It's 5th.
5th. How high does Yaka spell slots go to?
Yaka has spell slots?
Yaka's a bard in life. No,
Oh.
not for now. I figured something out for future. Sorry, ignore what I just said. Because I'm planning some other stuff here and there. Oh, Yaka can eventually. Okay. I mean, if it's not obvious, Yaka and Lacuna, when they were in life, they were heroes in their own right.
Mhm.
Yeah, they actually do outlevel the party.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, but Yaka has problems. One, he can't cast somatic spells because he has no hands.
And so many spells require somatic components.
Yeah,
Does he know power word kill?
he's not that high level.
Okay,
If he was that high level, he would have lost to the 9 gods to begin with.
that's fair. I mean, Aster is gonna put the crown on.
And that's how we lost Aster.
Oh, welcome back. So you're putting on the crown. Okay.
I don't know what the charges do, but
Okay. You also did remember me saying stuff about Denda, right?
Aster's already wielding his sword.
Okay, sure. Can you give me 2 D100s?
Ooh.
Snarky sounds too excited for that. I'm a little concerned.
No, it's one of
I'm
those
always
things that
concerned.
okay, it's one of those things that the DM plans, but doesn't really expect the party to go for it. But there's always like a 5-10% chance.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is one of them.
Doesn't change my assessment. You sound too excited. I am a little concerned.
Okay, let me roll a D10.
Playing
Okay.
Tomb of Annihilation, I am always concerned.
Okay, so as you attune yourself to the crown, so what are you unattuning out of curiosity?
The robe.
Okay, I mean you already used it, so it's fine. You hear. Okay, so as Esther attunes to the black opal mostly, your vision goes dark, and you hear screams, howls coming from a very dark place,
Up.
and it's enough to drive a person insane. For the next 40 hours, You suffer from the following 2 long-term madness effects.
Yeah, it's only 40 hours.
First of all, you begin to shake
Shake, shake,
and
shake.
tremble. So you have
Shake.
disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws that involve strength or dexterity.
Okay.
Which interestingly does not include Eldritch Blast.
Out of his backpack, Roy produces some gin, some tonic, some ice, and some shakers, and then
Secondly,
mixes them all and hands them to.
you lose your ability to speak.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake.
Yeah.
Master pulls out a piece of paper and writes, well, fuck.
Yes, but as you write, your hand is shaking. So it comes out to something else.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Okay, but that is the crown. Right?
Mhm.
So,
Aster suddenly wants to take a 2-day nap.
Lestrana is worried about Aster.
yeah.
Aster
Just
just
suddenly
gives a
started
thumb.
shaking.
Aster just gives a thumbs up.
Roy hands Aster a
Just shake.
shaker full of gin, tonic, and ice, so that hopefully the shaking will make a decent drink.
Esther drops Esther drops the shaker.
Oh,
Okay.
Listen, I just gotta shake it out. Give me 40 hours.
And given the day that passed so much, it's more like 3 days. Because this is almost half an adventuring day. Okay, so
Well, it'd be a day and a half.
yeah.
Lestrana
Okay.
pulls out a blanket and wraps it around Aster.
Aster is
Alright.
fine. Aster can now survive Power Word Kill when we fight Acer, finally.
Alright.
That's the only thing Kiwi wanted.
Okay, so that kind of would imply that attunement would kind of imply the party is taking a short rest. So during this short rest, we'll just say that that's kind of the result of at the end of the short rest during attunement. But during this short rest, is there anything the party would like to do? So we know that Lastrana casts Identify,
Poke
and
the doors.
Esther is currently trying to attune to the crown. Poke the doors as in you're trying to push it open, or are you attacking the door?
Checking the 2 doors to see if either of them are open.
Okay, so I'm not gonna ask for a roll. Examining the 2 doors, you do know that it's sealed shut.
So
And
what
it's also
happened to the
at night.
rod?
The rod
So,
is between the floor and the door, and the door is not touching the floor.
like, we'll be able to get the rod back once the door is open.
You can attempt to pry out from the floor like last time.
Aster is finding out how many gods you can stuff into one person.
It's D&D. You can go for all of them, I think.
collapse the roof of
We've got
collapse.
we've got the crane, and we've got my patron, and we've got my channel divinity, which is from I
Helm.
think Helm,
Now
and
you have
then
Isabella.
now we got evil snake god. This baby can fit so many gods.
Yeah, slaps Esther. This baby can fit in so many gods.
So
I
Aster,
was about to make that joke.
I know. I got that first.
Siv and Wangu wanted to know if they could come over for pizza night on Friday. I don't know what pizza is, but they asked a lot of times. So
No,
I thought I'd ask.
Pizza exists in 5e. I can't remember what book it's in, but it exists.
Fair enough.
I mean, doesn't almost anyone that invents bread and cheese eventually invent something that resembles a pizza?
All sandwich.
Oh yeah, flatbread. Flatbreads have been independently invented all over the world.
Yeah, you just have to find tomatoes.
I mean,
So, as we
apparently
talk about
there's
bread-
apparently there's a description of pizza that could be read into the what's the Roman version of the war called?
Punic
Rome-
War?
Rome went to a lot of wars.
No, the Trojan War from Rome's point of view.
Iliad.
No,
I
that's
know.
Greek.
Oh,
Not
that's
the
the book.
Iliad.
And that's the book. not
The
the war.
the Aeneid.
Yeah, that's the one. There's phrases there that could be translated to pizza.
Okay, as scintillating as this conversation is.
Well, we've got an hour to kill.
We got
That's
40
true.
hours to kill.
It does
we-
occur to you that the room is airtight.
We would like to get out of this room, though.
Okay, someone's got to cut their arm off. Aster is in no position to cut their arm off.
No, Esther is in no
Roy
position to
is
cut their own arm off.
Roy is completely useless without both arms because he uses a bow.
Can Lestrana craft the common magic item prosthetic?
Probably.
I mean, I can replicate with my infusion any magic item, but I don't know that one.
Hmm.
So in other words, you're out of
However,
network.
give me a
insurance
moment.
Will cover it.
Just a moment. I think. Let me read about Lestrana's armor.
Oh yeah, Lestrana's armor can give her a fake arm. Sorry, Lestrana.
Yes, the armor attaches to you and cannot be removed against your will. It also expands to cover your entire body, although you can retract or deploy the helmet as a bonus action. The armor replaces any missing limbs, functioning identically to a limb it replaces.
Mm-hmm.
You are now Edward Elric.
I am now Edward Elric. I will lose an arm.
Sorry.
I will lose an arm and suffer no major effects.
The safest, I can't believe I'm saying this. The least painful way to get rid of your hand is probably to stick it in the sphere of annihilation. This is Kiwi talking. Aster's busy.
Well, I mean, there is
Does it
a
also-
penalty to it. A cheesecake moment happens every 6 episodes.
Does the sphere of annihilation stop the bleeding?
That's the reason why I suggested it should just like cut it off directly.
I don't think it stops the bleeding though.
Hmm.
I mean, in that case, somebody have a flaming sword.
Aster is in no position to cut off their cousin's arm.
No, I think what Lestrana was suggesting is cauterize the stump after the spear of annihilation takes it.
Oh yeah,
So-
that's true.
So Mom talked a little bit about medical needs. Apparently the cauterizing thing is a myth.
This is D&D. We don't obey the real laws of physics.
Yeah, we.
Gray borrows Aster's sword for a minute. Can you turn it on before I borrow it?
No, because the turning it on requires a verbal command. So if it goes out, it's going to be out for 40 hours. Aster is not letting go of the sword.
Just help Aster over to the sphere of annihilation so Lestrana can stick her arm in and then stick it against a sword.
Puts a blindfold on Aster, walks Aster around the corner.
Aster also can't cast Eldritch Blast either, Snarky.
Why?
Verbal component.
Oh, right. So both. Okay, so it was strength, dexterity from the shaking, and then the non-verbal was taken away from the. Oh, that was two rules. Two very interesting rules that disables a spellcaster.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any spells I can cast.
Okay. So
Lestrana is going to look at our
I'm
stronger
being called to
friends.
move.
mhm,
I'm being called. I have to move some cars, so I'll be right.
okay.
So Lestrana's
One
probably
without-
gonna talk to Azaka. It's like I'm gonna need some help.
Yeah, literally the only thing Aster can cast, ironically, is Counterspell.
I'll use my reaction to absorb a spell from the.
Yeah. So
Yeah, the one.
Counterspell or counterspell.
So
Oh yeah,
Aster.
they're both on the spells.
Well, one of them is guaranteed to work. The other one, I still have to roll, but I can use it for spells targeting other people.
Oh, that's up to you, right? up to Esther when things happen.
So
Mhm.
yeah, Lestra's just gonna hold on to Azaka and stick her arm in the
So
spear.
as you state your intention to Azaka, Azaka does look at you and asks if, are you sure that you want to do this? Because she's willing to take your place.
My armor will.
Because you, the four of you, five of you, have a better chance of surviving whatever hell is inside this tomb than she is.
I look at Azaka and go, my armor will replace the arm.
Gray
It's
would
just
like to
gonna hurt
debate.
like hell.
Gray would like to debate that fact with her as well. She's the one that doesn't take damage 80% of the time.
Lestrana would just look at her and go, my armor can replace the arm.
Kiwi has a strange suspicion that whatever the final boss of this campaign is going to do a lot of necrotic damage and not care about physical.
So losing the arm isn't a big deal. It's just gonna hurt.
Give me a persuasion roll against Azaka. Azaka likes you enough to not want you to get hurt.
Wow.
Lestrana's not very persuasive.
No.
Aster can't be persuasive at the moment.
Azaka shoves Lestrana towards Gray.
Gray gets
Are
stepped
you-
on.
No, are you? It's just a question of So this, I think this would be a contested roll. So can I have acrobatics from Lestrana? So Azaka shoves Lestrana into Gray. And then sticks her own right arm into the spear.
Wait, is it the right arm or the left arm?
Her right arm. She's not that stupid.
Whichever one
Yeah, it's
matches.
the right arm. She knows. She
Okay.
sticks her right arm into the spear. And in doing so, you see her arm gets shredded as it enters the spear, with blood being sprayed towards her, and the ones that goes towards the spear is absorbed into the spear. She takes not too high. Before collapsing to the ground with a bleeding stump.
Lestrana will go start taking care of Bleeding Stump.
Give me a
Oh.
medicine.
Oh, there's one thing Aster can do. Aster just like crawls over to her and lay on hands, like 10 of that.
Let's let Lestrana handle it first.
Okay.
Okay. So with a 16, you apply some first aid and quickly attempt to quickly stop the bleeding. But Azaka currently is considered to be weakened. Alright?
We definitely take a rest. I don't think we're in condition to be going forward today.
Not in this room.
We should get out of
So-
this room, though.
So
Yes.
as you pick up Azaka and you make your way to the front, I'll say the party, those who are there support Azaka in front of the door, and the door opens. You probably need Lakanu's help to move Esther as well.
Yeah,
Aster can walk.
I'm not saying carry, I'm saying support, hand over the shoulder.
Yeah, I would say Gray, but Gray's already using canes.
Gray uses one cane to lead him down, and the other cane is a toothpick to get the immovable rod out of the floor.
So you pry the rod out of the floor.
We need to remember to put this up the other direction.
Aster and Azaka are going to sit in the corner together.
Lestrana's gonna pick up Pascal.
Okay.
Carry him out into the room. Sit and
How about for Roy? Where is Roy following the party? Okay.
I'm dragging
And
Roy
tend to
along
the
behind me.
Okay.
I'm holding
think,
the immovable rod over my head and luring him with it.
Is Gru back? Because Gru said
I
he
assume
had to
not.
go remove a car.
I think Gru might not be back, so I'll just move the token for him.
Yeah. So I think Gru said he had to go remove a car, so. We sit here. We rest.
Okay.
Just looks at Azaka. I was going to do that. Would have been fine.
You see Azaka appears to be beginning to develop a fever.
Lestrana will do what she can. She's not a trained doctor. I'm
Aster
on the
can,
wrong character.
Aster can spend 5 points of lay on hands to cure whatever is causing the fever. You can use 5 points of lay on hands to cleanse a disease or poison.
Mhm.
No fever. Aster can't say it, but
She just touches and
Okay. So the party is planning to chill out in this chamber for some period of time.
Aster doesn't want to participate in any puzzle solving until the shakes go away, at the very least.
How are we
Well-
doing for food and water?
Lustrana's spell slots.
we're using my spell slots.
Mm-hmm. So
That there's
I
there's
think
now enough food and water for everybody.
okay. So I think the party is planning to take a long rest here. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Looks like it.
Okay. I'll say for the first watch, which is usually Esther and Zaka, both of them are not.
They
No.
are not in condition.
they
We
are
can have-
not-
We can have Pascal bite someone if he sees anything.
That's enough of you. You now also have a Lucano as well as Zal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They can always shake somebody awake and point at things,
Mhm.
even if they can't speak.
Okay. So as you take your rest, when is okay during Gray your watch, keeping an eye out in the surroundings, you do see a figure step out from the wall.
Wait, what?
You're awake. They are, I'll say, roughly five and a half feet tall.
Maintenance or a guest?
Wearing a mask, so you are guessing it's maintenance. As they step out, they kneel down next to Azaka,
No touchy.
and they remove their mask. And you see a much younger Orvex. Hello, Gray. It's been a while.
So you ate my youth?
He laughs a bit. It does seem that way, doesn't it?
Are you better at least?
Well, I can no longer feel my heartbeat, if that's a concern.
Depends
With the
on
ice
how
cube.
often you felt it.
I used to feel it when I was alive.
I meant like if you went for a walk and you suddenly felt your heartbeat, it would be a good sign that maybe not feeling it's a good thing.
Hmm. No,
Welcome
I'm
back,
pretty
Gru.
sure that I'm dead. Hi, Gru. I'm pretty sure that I have died.
Yeah, that would have been my guess too. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It was worth it. You all are worth it. But
That's
to be
very kind
honest,
of you.
thank you. But to be honest, I won't say that things are too bad. Turns out that there are, among the crew that works here, some of them were alive during the fall of Omu. So it has been at least an enriching experience. They're willing to share and talk about the things that I have studied.
I imagine you'd have a lot of downtime for that kind of conversation.
Not so much. There's a group of 6 beings who are making their way down this tomb, and it's creating some work for the crew. He laughs while looking at all of you.
I was gonna say, is he grinning at us?
Yes, he
Grinning
is.
at everybody.
Yeah, he is.
Aster counts to 6. Wait, no, we're 8.
Is it? Did I count wrongly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 of you. Sorry.
And Pascal, 8.
Sure. You know what? 8. Yeah. Ovex is not in a good enough mood to. He's in a good mood.
Aster
He's 7.
can't talk, so Aster can't actually say that.
Okay, fine. But the 7 humanoids. How about let's go with that?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. But he looks down at Asaka, who is having what appears to be a bit of. She's in cold sweat, a bit of a fever dream. Before turning to Grey, there is someone I know within the tomb, but it's not a member of the crew. I guess the way to describe it would be that she is currently looking for a guide to employ and is willing to pay the cost of taking care of a very excellent guide. Uh, but as he says this, for Gray, as Ovid is saying this, you catch that he's glancing towards both Tukanu, Zal, and Yaka, where he makes a statement about employment.
Oh. Well, you might have to wait a couple hours for her to wake up and have a conversation about that.
He stands up, smiles. Well, my instructions were to bring this guest a guide. And I think this would be the best way for Asaka to continue surviving.
I mean, I get your logical connections, but it's still better for her to at least know what the hell's going on once her fever breaks, you know? Give her a day to heal up first, at least.
He thinks about it. You know what? Let's do that. I'm pretty sure I can ask for a bit of a time extension. Not to mention, I am interested in talking with the final member of the Queen's Guard. Okay? The final
Sounds
two members
reasonable.
of the Queen's Guard.
Thank you for visiting. I will let her know and let the others know in the morning.
Oh no, he's staying.
Oh, okay.
Orvex is saying, yeah. He was waiting for opportunity to talk to Sukano and Zal.
Gray nods a little and points at the mask. So is that part of the curse, or is it just an accessory?
It's more of an accessory as he picks up put his mask back on. It's just part of the uniform, I guess.
Gray was going to put it on like a hat, so it's a good thing he put it back on.
You can fight him for it if you want to.
Nope.
I think at this point, Ovex would win.
Orvex has a different deck stat right now at this point.
Anyways,
Mhm.
Gray will make polite conversation for the rest of the night, but not going to do anything crazy unless he tries to do something crazy.
Okay. Alright, so during the second watch, Lestrana and Roy, you wake up. So does Lucano for your watch. But as you wake up, as Lucano gains her senses of surrounding, she immediately pulls out her greatsword and dashes for Orvex, who quickly responds with a sentence in Old Omuan, and she freezes.
Does
And
Gray let us know who this is?
Ba wheat grana wheat ninny bomb. So Mask Friend is actually Orvex. He's not Orvex anymore, but he's still trying to be friend.
Well, that good. At least you're not enemy. We
and
have
he takes
enough
off his
problems
mask.
right now.
He takes off his mask and looks at Estrana. As much as I possibly can, I will not be your enemy. But upon finishing this, he begins some conversation with Tukano. Can I have an insight check from the people who are awake? So in this case, would be Roy and Lestrana. Lestrana just woke up.
Lestrana just woke up.
Mm-hmm.
She
Roy?
maybe have the thing of, don't tell them about. There's somebody we shouldn't tell them that we killed.
I'm just not gonna mention that we've killed people. Like, for all they know, we're the first people to do a pacifist run.
Just give me an insight check for now.
Insight?
Yep. Okay. So for Roy,
Yo.
looking at Lucano, you get a sense of shock. There's something from Orvex's statement that shook her to the core. Before you get a sense of relief that's quickly taken over by a sense of duty.
My sense of
Or
doom?
determination, sorry, that's the better word. So
Okay.
relief into determination. That's all.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to say to either of them?
No. Not
Alright.
really.
I think Lestrana. Okay, things are good there. Check on Aster and Azaka.
Asaka? Okay. Esther is shaking in their sleep, sorry. As per no changes basically. Still shaking their sleep. Azaka appears to be in cold sweat.
More worried about Azaka. Because Aster is shaking, but no fever.
Mm-hmm. Amputations are highly problematic. Should we just let's put it that way?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So, as your watch continues, Lucanu essentially goes next to Lastrana, but it's not for Lastrana. She is in conversation with Yaka. And Yaka is in that conversation. While you do not really catch what they're saying, you do hear, after a while, do hear Ijin laugh slightly.
What's funny, Ejin?
They said not to not trust us and those who have been touched by us too much, as if they can stop us.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'll consider that. Is there anything Lastrana would like to do? If not, we'll move to the end of the long rest.
No, I think she's just doing normal, like, pat Azaka's brow with a wet cloth or something. Trying to tend her as best as her non-medically trained self can do.
All right. So as you come to the end of the long rest, you all begin to awake. Some of you all see a friend in a long time. Azaka has not woken up. But Alvex is here. And I think he once again declared his intention of bringing Azaka away to seek professional help.
I mean, she needs more help than I can give her. If Rashi were here, or
Well,
Vruna.
Alvex, he nods. Yes, if they were here, they might have a better chance, opportunity to help Azaka. But it does feel that this might be slightly beyond your capabilities.
Lestrana just looks at everybody else.
And you see Alvex kneels down and he begins to gently shake Azaka, who wakes up. She appears to be, what's the word here? Her eyes can't really focus and she might be slightly delusional, but she recognizes Alvex. And Alvex tells Azaka, Azaka, I know this is Alvex. I know someone who could use you under their employment. And beyond the price of your to be paid, they can help you with your arm. And Azaka rolls over and looks towards the rest of the party.
Aster just nods at Azaka.
How about the rest?
Lestrana just puts a hand on her shoulder and says that
Oh, a spare one from the ghouls?
Sorry. Choked. Okay, sorry, I'm back.
just says, I can't do anything more for you. We'll miss
And
you.
Azaka gestures for the Strana to come closer with her left arm.
Lestrana comes over.
As you kneel down next to her, she holds onto your shoulder and pulls you closer to her and whispers in your ear, "I'll see what they are up to. If I can, I will come and help again."
Lestrana just hugs Azaka.
She feebly returns the hug. And as you let go, Orvex comes over and lifts up Azaka, who you know that he wasn't this strong to begin with once upon a time. But he essentially Princess carries Azaka, and he bows to all of you. "I promise on my life, unlife, that I will let no harm come to Azaka." And he turns and walks into the wall.
That's gotta hurt.
Okay.
Gray quietly waves goodbye.
Okay, good. Now I can modify Azaka. Alright. So with that particular long rest and the things that happened, so currently it is 10 hours into the 40 of
Mhm.
the madness, long-term effects uh of attuning to the crown. And I'll say this is probably a good place to end the session.
Yee.
Yee.
Alright. So we have essentially 2 places left for a party to go with a puzzle in front of it.
And Aster will probably not be participating in
How
either.
good is Esther at charades?
Mm. I mean, Aster has a pretty high charisma score.
Yeah, I think Esther can figure something out. I'll see how that goes. Alright. So thank you for the games, everyone.
Thank you.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.